Hello and welcome. I'm Bio, and today we are continuing on with looking at some Moorhuhn games for the Nintendo Switch. In today's video, we're going to be looking at 3 Moorhuhn games in the same video. Starting off with Moorhuhn Knights and Castles, which is a little bit different. It's basically an Angry Birds clone, in case you're wondering. Whereas the other 2 games are completely different to this that we're going to be looking at in this video. But I didn't want to do 5. I wanted to try and keep as many. I'll try to keep as many the amount of videos down as much as possible, so minimize the amount of videos. So yeah. Additionally, I realize that I'm not actually. This might be all of the Moorhuhn games that are currently available for Switch, but I'm not 100%. I'm only going off of what I could get a hold of. I'm only going off what games I could actually get a hold of, in comparison to what I couldn't get a hold of, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, so there might be a few Moorhuhn Switch games that I might miss, but I might not. Either way, one thing's for certain, I did make sure to cover everyone that was requested. So, yeah, in case, again, I went over this before, but in case you didn't see that first video, this series was requested by KungSour. We've actually had a look at a few of the games that they've listed already. So Remake, Wanted, Crazy Chicken X, and Pirates we've already looked at. In this video, we're going to be looking at Knights and Castles, Jump and Run, Traps and Treasures 1 and 2. Those are the 3 games we're going to be looking at. So, in case you're wondering, yes, we are going to be looking at Moorhuhn Kart 2. But we're also going to be looking at another game that that KungSour didn't list, but it's also available on the Switch, so, and that'll be the 4th video. But I won't tell you what yet, you'll just have to wait and see. But starting off, we're looking at Moorhuhn Knights and Castles, developed by Youngfung Studio. Yep, not Geek Kit or whatever it was. This one's Youngfung Studio, which is not surprising. This came out in January 2018, and again, I might be wrong, but from what I can see on GameFAQs, I think this is the first Moorhuhn game called Crazy Chicken game to come to the Nintendo Switch, I think. Don't quote me on that. I just, from what I can see. So, and there doesn't seem to be anyone else credited. So I don't know if Greg Games or whatever the hell it was called, Higgs Games, not Greg's, Higgs Games. Already forget the name. I don't know if Higgs Games had anything to do with this game. Probably not. So, all right, let's dive into it. Yeah, just loading. So this game seems to have a story, believe it or not. Again, I tested this game to see if it worked. In case you're wondering, in terms of previous games, I tested Moorhuhn Remake and Wanted, but I didn't test the Crazy Chicken X and Pirates. So when I found out, obviously, I couldn't use the analog stick to control the movement. It was a little bit annoying. What else is annoying? The fact that we're in a cutscene right now, and yet the time is still going down. Good game design there.
Father, evil forces have invaded our lands. They're destroying our villages and castles.
Not to fear, my lord. Your daughter has nothing to be afraid of. We're ready for battle. Because this is a tutorial, mind you. So, this is how you play the game. Yep, and it's just, yeah, the tutorial. I love how, personally, fantastic, how the tutorial, there you go, the king has surrendered. There's also a little bit of lag I noticed in this. It probably is the emulation, so. But it is what it is. But I'll only get 1 star for that because... Oh, you took over a minute? Well, no, I didn't. Your cutscenes. That's just poor game design, really. Now reach level 2. So... Now we can build. Okay. What? I can't... Yeah, but I can't actually move over to it. The reticle doesn't move over to it, but we can actually go that way using the right analog stick, not the left. The catapult, perhaps. Okay, so it wants us to make a catapult Oh. Oh, like that. Oh, cool. So I can press Y and it automatically did it. I didn't have to touch. Fantastic. So it looks like this game has a little bit of touchscreen, but at least it seems to be that there's a button you can press to auto-do it. So that's good. So select a castle element. Press Y. Okay. And then we can upgrade it. Oh. Okay, and we've upgraded it. So yeah, it's a castle defense game. Yeah, it's a tower defense game that has Angry Bird elements. In case you're wondering, yes, this game came out, I believe, after Angry Birds. Moorhuhn, Knights and Castles. I believe so. I can confirm it. Alright. Let's have a look-see. So... I'm just looking through. I think the first instance of this game came out in 2016. The PC originally, and then it got ported to the Switch in 2017. But, whatever. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Probably not. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, okay, so we have different levels we get, and we got different star power. Fantastic. So, select active weapon, and then draw. Alright. I don't appreciate that. Thanks. Goodbye. Ah, you can destroy that. That's interesting. Goodbye. We beat them. Fantastic. So this is basically the entire game. It's just more of this. At least there's a little bit more going on here. I can appreciate the effort here. At the end of the day, it's still a mobile game. Basically ported. It's got to have come out on mobile first. Come on, it has to. We've collected all the rewards. You reckon we should build? Build something else? Another wall, maybe? We got quite a lot of gold, so we can technically build, like, Sure. Well, I'd like to move it, really. Invalid construction. Yeah, I realize there's an invalid construction, but you're not really letting me do anything with it. Alright, I can't control it with the mouse, so I'm kind of screwed, really. Connect all the red elements. I'd love to connect it. I wish I could just select here and you do it. But you're not doing it, so... What do you want from me, game? Yeah. I do. I'd like to take this and move it somewhere. Okay, so... This game is not really playable on the Switch emulator, solely because... It does require touchscreen controls of some kind for it to work, which is just stupid. Poor game design, I'm afraid. You should add both. Sorry, it's on the Switch. You add both. You don't add one, you add both. who I never understood motion controls. Yeah, sure, it's fine to have them, but you should also have the ability to use a controller, a normal controller, with analog sticks, face buttons. So, but yeah, I don't think we can play any more of this. But you can generally get the idea, right? It's the premise. It's fine, except for like the controls really aren't. You know, again, I don't know. What was if the touchscreen controls broken on this person's Switch? You fucking discriminator! I always say that. There's no reason you can't make your game more accessible. There's no reason for it. Just it's just laziness. Sorry, it is. Anyway, we'll stop here and let's move on to the next game. Okay, so now we're on to the second game that we're looking at in this video, and that is Moorhuhn Jump and Run Traps and Treasures. So yeah, for me, the title alone is weird, because for me, I don't know why, but I would personally put Run and Jump before Jump and Run. Like, Run and Jump makes more sense than Jump and Run. I know, it's just weird. It's just the order of those words does not seem right. And this is one that's got published by Higgs Games, who doesn't list the developer, but we could probably find that out quite easily. Oh, there you go, Geek Pit. I keep forgetting they're Geek Pit, not Geek Kit or whatever I keep calling them. So this was another one developed by Geek Pit. It was released in December 2021 for the Nintendo Switch. It originally also came out on, I think it originally came out on PC first, I think. So, yeah. So let's jump into it, shall we, to see what we've got. I have actually played a little bit of this one to make sure it's working, and it seems fine. It's very basic, but it seems fine. So, so we have a little bit of story here. Okay. According to an almost forgotten legend, the lost, extremely precious, and insanely sacred amulet of Watset is hidden in a dilapidated temple complex in the middle of the jungle. Of course, it can't stay there under any circumstances. It must be found and made available to the free art market for archaeological treasures. Okay. So that's the story. You're a crazy chicken and you're going to get artifacts. Okay. So here we are. Yes, I know what you're thinking. It is basically, to me, it reminds me a little bit of like Donkey Kong Country. Obviously Mario comes to mind as well, the old original Mario. But yeah, it's a 2D platformer. Which really, I can't fault that. It's fine. And in case you're wondering, it controls fine. It controls fine. You have a double jump as well. It's perfectly fine. You can beat enemies by jumping on them. Like so. You get points for that. You got a timer to beat the level, which is fine. The little exclamation marks, like pillars that you find, are checkpoints. It's fine. That's a prickly bush. You don't want to step on that. You can push objects and interact with them. This, by far, again, I did test a little bit of this one. And you also get a gun. Because of course you do, because this is Moorhuhn, by the way. And you can even shoot them while crouched. Look at that. But you look at this. Oh, I like how the crocodile even reacted to that bullet. Going past him like, oh, what was that? Screwed. And now we got the idol. Also got another checkpoint. And that's all the enemies defeated. But I can't fault this game. I was playing this just to test it, make sure it worked okay, and it's perfectly fine. It's actually fairly good, if I'm honest. And there you go, we beat the level. This game actually like I said, you don't have slidey controls or anything. The controls are on point. They're actually decent. And my first and initial thoughts when playing this was, why didn't they just focus on this? They could have literally done one of these a year. Just made one. Oh, that got me. Didn't notice that one. Any little traps here. But they could have quite easily. Made a game like this. And by the way, you can also do this. Yeah, you can punch them. You don't have to jump on them. So it adds variety to the game. You don't have to follow that. You don't have to follow that mean. You can just do whatever. Shoot them, punch them. There's so many different ways that you can... It's not so many different. But you've got variety of different ways that you can tackle things. You can also punch. So I didn't even have to waste that bullet. I could have punched. Checkpoint, might as well get that. Well, that's a bit interesting. So you can't kind of like help your way up, which yeah, which is fine. What I mean to say is you can't help your way. Oh god, my speed's just gone insane. Oh, can't shoot that. Yo, bobble. Oh, so it slows you down, that thing. Okay. There's more of a Hindians. Oh, okay, so the crocodile's a one-hit kill. Oh, okay. No, that's fair. You gotta have some kind of challenge in this game. Can't have it be as easy as all that. Surprised they don't make it so that the crocodiles... No, well, I completely forgot what I was about to say, to be honest. Get out of my way. Fantastic, now we're slow. Oh, and he... Oh, no, he didn't get me! I was lucky there, he did not get me. That's all coins collected, all enemies defeated. Boom. I can't fault this. This is absolutely fine. It is absolutely fine. Fun little distraction. For the right price, I would say that this game is absolutely fine. Yeah, not if I'm honest with you, not bad. Not bad at all. So, yeah, okay, we've got one more game to look at. I am going to stop there. We've got one more game to look at, which is the sequel to this one, Traps and Treasures 2. So, Moorhuhn Jump and Run, Traps and Treasures 2. So let's dive into that one. Okay, so here we are in Moorhuhn Jump and Run, Traps and Treasures 2. It's another game that was published by Higgs Games, and I assume if I go to the credits, it's going to show me, yep, Geek Pit, there it is. So Geek Pit is the developer, and it came out in April 2022 for the Nintendo Switch, so not too long after the first. But let's see what this game is like. So, welcome to the foot of the Himalaya. Well hidden among the snowy crags of the mountain massif lies the monastery of Sing Song. Since the beginning of time, the monks have watched over a fabulous relic, the Heart of Gold. Legend has it that this invaluable treasure gives its bearer magic powers. Okay, cool. So, yeah, it's basically just... I imagine it's going to be the same as before. Yeah, it's the same as before. I forgot to say this, but I have no issue with the graphics of this game. There's a certain style about it that's actually quite nice. If I'm honest with you. So I've got no problem with these graphics whatsoever. I imagine that gong down there is probably a checkpoint, so that's cool. Cool, now we can go this way. It's the first idol. Need to get. Oh, nice try!
Oh, we used to have a treasure chest here. Okay, so there's obviously some kind of key that we need to get to be able to get that. That's fine. Alright, and there's the key. I assume that's the key that we need to open the treasure chest. So let's go and open the treasure chest. Boom! We got it. 200 points. Oh, no! Oh, that's fine. But yeah, you got these ropes you can basically go over. Oh, that's a very short level. We didn't defeat all the enemies, I don't think. But yeah, it's once again, the controls are perfectly fine. They are actually quite good, if I'm honest with you. I can't fault them. But it's just more of the same, which honestly I can't fault. It's perfectly fine. Bye. Oh, I thought that wouldn't kill him because he's off screen, but no, it did. I don't know what this power-up is. Don't know. Oh, did I get minus 80 points for that? I knew he was on the, thing, but still. Oh, we found a broken coin, which is worth more, apparently. Right, that's the other chest we've managed to open. Found some other artifact. Alright, let's see if we can get up there. There we go. See, look, you don't have to follow what the game wants you to do. You can... There's a little bit, like, where was the previous game? Basically, we had quite a linear levels. This game seems to have levels that are a little bit more open-ended, which is fine. But I'm not expecting crazy chicken Metroidvania at the end of the day. Just saying, I'm not expecting that. Oh, okay. I didn't mean to fool there. I will say one thing, if you're near an edge of something, you seem to have a little bit where there's a chance it could be slidey to a little bit. There's the first one. Oh. I didn't want to end the level, but I tried to jump over it, but it didn't really give me much of a choice there. Okay. But yeah, it's just more of the same. It's perfectly fine. Yeah, I will say one thing. I think these levels are a little bit more... Oh. So they're actually... If I shoot them as they are... Turns out, it gives me, like, bad juju. It takes away points. But if I wait for them to turn, then it does give me points. Nice try. Yeah, there's a little bit of a slidey thing if you're at the edge. If you're at the edge of something... There's a chance you might slide, which is not great, if I'm honest. Yeah, it's fine. As you can see, I'm not really saying too much as I'm playing this because, again, it's not that I don't have much to say. It's that I'm actually focused. I'm playing this. I'm, you know, in a way, somewhat enjoying this. So yeah, if I beat them, I lose points. I beat them before they get a chance to reveal themselves. Get all the gems. Oh! Oh, there's the end of the level. There we go. I think we're going to stop there. Yeah. Honest, absolutely fine. This is probably the best Moorhuhn games I've played thus far. They're simple, but they work. And they're absolutely fine. A little bit. The only thing I'd say about Traps and Treasures 2, I didn't really notice it in the first game, is if you're very close to the edge of a platform, there's a chance you might slide off it. That's the only thing. It has a little bit. The controls are slightly. Barely noticeable unless you're right, like on the edge of a platform. But yeah, not too bad. So there you go. That's that. We're gonna stop here. We got 2 more Moorhuhn games to look at for 2 more videos. So yeah, I've been Bayer. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.